Imagine you show up to a wedding expo and every single vendor is handing you a deal that feels like it was made just for you, but here's the twist. It was made for literally everyone. That little magic trick is called pricing integrity, and it is the reason your favorite florist hasn't gone broke despite giving out 100 special discounts this year. Event vendors live in two worlds at the same time. The world of the event organizer, who books them in bulk, and the world of the individual customer who just wants their quinceañera to look like a Pinterest board. Keeping both of those people happy without underselling yourself is basically a full-time circus act, and most vendors are doing it without a net. Here's where the word comp comes in, and no, we're not talking about your free hotel breakfast. A comp is when a vendor gives something away, a centerpiece, a photo booth hour, a tasting, to sweeten a deal without technically lowering their public price. Think of it like a fast food restaurant throwing in free fries. The burger price didn't change, but you feel like you won something. Vendors use comps strategically, so their price sheet stays clean while the organizer feels like they got a hookup. Now, promo limits are the guardrails that keep this whole system from flying off the highway. A vendor might say, we'll offer 10% off for events booked through this venue, but only for the first 5 bookings this quarter. That's a promo limit doing its job. Without those limits, word spreads faster than a group chat after drama. And suddenly everyone expects the discount as the standard price. When that happens, the vendor hasn't just lost margin, they've accidentally rewritten their own pricing in the court of public opinion. The communication piece is honestly where most vendors quietly fail. And it's not because they're bad at their jobs. It's because nobody sat down and wrote out a clear policy for what organizers can promise customers on the vendor's behalf. Picture a venue coordinator telling every couple, oh, the DJ does a free cocktail hour set, and the DJ finding out about it third hand the week of the event. That is a real conversation that has happened, is happening right now somewhere, and will happen again because nobody sent the memo. The smartest vendors treat their organizer relationships like a franchise agreement. Here's what you can say, here's what you can offer, and here's the exact line you do not cross. When the boundaries are written down and agreed upon before the first booking, you save yourself from becoming the villain in someone else's Yelp review. There's also a psychology element here that's kind of fascinating if you're a nerd about this stuff. Customers who receive a comp feel more loyalty than customers who receive an equivalent cash discount, which means giving away a free add-on often builds more goodwill than just dropping your price by $20. That's why the best vendors in the game aren't racing to the bottom with their rates. They're racing to the top with their perceived value. A candle company that throws in a custom label is more memorable than one that charges $49 instead of $59. History backs this up too, and we can look all the way back to trade shows in the 1980s where vendors first started formalizing comp sheets as a way to standardize gift without discount culture in competitive markets. The language has changed, but the math is the same. Protect the number on the menu, play with the extras. The takeaway here isn't that discounts are evil or that organizers are the enemy. It's that clarity is the actual product. When everyone in the chain knows exactly what's been promised, what's comped, and what's off limits, the event runs smoother and nobody ends up doing surprised math at 2 a.m. before a setup call. So the next time you're negotiating with a vendor or you are the vendor sitting across the table, ask yourself whether the deal you're building has rules written into it or just vibes. Rules keep relationships, and relationships keep referrals, and referrals keep the lights on way better than any one-time discount ever will. If you want to learn more about how our company helps vendors and event organizers build smarter pricing strategies, go check out the links in the description.